setup is starting, and when it is starting setup, it will show you how many number of versions are available in that one. We need to select the proper version. Okay, so see here what I can say here. In this one, Windows Server 2008 R2 edition, full installation, server core installation, full installation, server installation, server core installation. So just like this one are the some various versions we can say it have, and with these various versions and the date of modified is given here. You can select any one and you can start with the next. Okay, so anyone we can select and go for the next. So here full edition, full installation we are selected and we are going ahead. So in this case we need to accept the license and agreement, and then upgrade or custom advanced that we need to select. So in this case we can do the partitions. So in this case driver option delete. By with this one we can delete the partition. Then we can have a space, again delete. So this is the partition magic. Now we are creating the partition of it. Total size is 100 GB. Next, and in this case we started the installation. So installing information we need right now. So your computer will restart several times during this. So as copying Windows file, expanding Windows file, installing features, installing updates, and completing installation, it will take some time. And as the time will be goes, then it will be completed the first step of process. After that, it will be reboot. That we are going to see how it is. Here it is restarting in second. Here completing installation. Setup is starting for preparing your computer for first time. See, this is the window which you will get able to see when your Windows is started. See in this one, what activate window, then what we can say here, various options are available. Add roles, customize this server means add roles. I have already explained you when we seen the what we can say the packet tracer. In the packet tracer, I have already added the role as a DHCP. And in this case, in this server also, I can add the role as a DHCP. I can act as a role FTP and all. Okay. So this is nothing but the perform the following tasks to configure the server. So configure server को करना है. So कैसे कैसे करेंगे वैसे जैसे जैसे options लगेंगे. Or you can do not show this dialog box, again login and close. So you can close this dialog box also. In this case, you need to install the network configuration first, means the static IP address we need to install. After installing the static IP address, it can be go for installation and completion of the work. Okay, so we can configure it and we can add various roles inside it. So see, our time zone is again going to be changed as per our requirement. Then after that we can say, see, this is a computer name and computer name changes. So it is server, and we set it as a work group, and then you must restart your computer. So in this case, for example, we can name it restart now or restart later. We can do anything. So it is restarted. Without that, you will not get the controls. So it is administrator. So we can assign the password. After that assignment of the password, it is again showing you the same window. And in this case, again, we need to again add some roles inside it. So we already done this provide computer information, जिसके अंदर में activate अगर Windows करनी है तो activate किया, set time zone भी किया, configuring networking, इसको local area network correction का जो भी address है वो दे सकते हैं. Then you can select this. Now see, in this one by clicking this, you can set the properties that already TCP IPv4 in this one properties, and obtain IP address automatically. It cannot be assigned to this one. because this is a server. So in this case, we need to use the following IP address to this machine. If we use the obtain IP address automatically, then server will get any IP address from the service pool or IP address pool, and in that case, you are not able to get the services from this server. For this case, you can use this following IP address as a configuration. Okay. So now see, in this one, use the following IP addresses: 192.168.1.15, 255.255.255.0. So default gateway is what we can say 1.50, because or 1.1, we can, any machine can be said it as that one. Then preferred DNS server, what it may be the internet service provider provided you, or you can make like this one as a default 88888 on upper side on, then 44442 is on downward side. So now internet working means network IP address is configured to this machine. Now with this IP address configuration, we need to add some rules. So in that case, we can add rules, or you can protect your Windows system automatically. So enable the what we can say automatic updating and feedback. Then download and the install updates. So you can close that also, or you can install that also as and when required, or as you requested for it. Okay. So according to that, it will be show you how it will be done. Then after this, you need to Windows update, so it will be updated. Then what we can say, we can go for add roles. See here, add roles before you begin. We must set up this one, because in this case we need to some passwords. So in this case, what are these roles are there? Active Directory services, then Active Directory domain services, then Active Directory again one is the services, then Active Directory lightweight means various protocols are there. Active Directory lightweight directory services, then application server, DHCP server, DNS server, what we can say fax server, file sharer, then Hyper-V, then network policy and access services, print and document services, remote desktop services, then web services, IIS, then Windows deployment services, and Windows Server update services. So in this case, as our practical is with the DHCP server, so when we install this type of server in our machine, in our network, in that case we can select this as a DHCP server and we can configure it. Okay, so here anyone, they can what they shown I don't know, but you can select any role and we can go ahead. Okay, so see here, the Active Directory services certificate system, how it will be work. Then Active Directory domain services, they are installed, so it will require some .NET framework, so it will be installed. Say here Active Directory domain services role. In the similar fashion, you can add the another roles also, so that this system will be work for as a server, means it will provide you the IP addresses dynamically if suppose we use a DHCP server. Okay, so is there any doubt to anyone in this case? What I have taught you about the installation of server? Okay, no doubt. So I will show you how to share the printer on the network now. I have already uploaded the video on your classroom. So in this case, I am going to show you about the video with computer 1, computer 2 and computer 3. Screens are shared with me. And in this case, we need to go for what we can say is a network properties. For this case, here you will see that this is a computer 1 screen. In this computer 1 screen, you can see there is a Wi-Fi network symbol is available. and on that Wi-Fi network symbol you can see, and there is a open network and internet setting option is available. So I select this open network and troubleshoot option, and then there is a sharing option, and in this one sharing option we select the private guest, public guest, and all networks. So in private, turn on the network discovery. So when we select this, turn on network discovery, so in that case this particular sharing devices can be shown to you. File and printer sharing. So when file and printer sharing is on, then and then only we are getting the files are going to be visible to you. Okay. So all file sharing with use 128-bit encryption and all. So already we have this type of settings. So turn off password protecting sharing, or otherwise you need to share the password of your machine every time to share the device. Okay. So now after this, what do you need? You need to choose the control panel, and in this control panel we need to choose the hardware and sound, and in this one we have devices and printers, and in this devices and printer you are already installed printer is there. So in that case you can select the any installed printer. Here we are going to select the Canon LBP 2000, and here see here printer properties, and in printer properties you will get the sharing and share this printer. We can name this printer with anyone, and okay. So now just by doing this you will get it that there is a shared information. Okay, so this now we can see on computer 2. In computer 2 how we can go for discovery. So in this one we can select anyone network. In the network you will get that the desktop what we are on which we are installed the printer. तो ये डेस्कटॉप आ गया, डेस्कटॉप को सिलेक्ट करेंगे अपन, तो ये डेस्कटॉप शेयर होने की वजह से इसमें जो भी प्रिंटर होगा वो प्रिंटर आपको दिखने के लिए मिल जाएगा. So if we select this, so now see Canon LBP 2900, this is the printer I have shared. So when I click on it, it will be give you configuration, and once you connect it, you can able to send the files to this printer for printing. So now see Windows, Microsoft Windows, we open that. Now you need to select any proper printer. So here Canon LBP 2900, I have selected this, and you can send it the file, and it is now ready, and you can send it. Okay, so this is nothing but the what we can say is a printer. How we can use the print, and this print will go to the printer device. Okay, so this is about what I can say printer sharing. Okay, so you can try on your own also to create the this type of sharing of printer and all. Then I have already shared the document of Wireshark, how we can use the Wireshark and what is that. Okay, so I will show you that documentation also, lab 12. See here, packet sniffing and Wireshark. Wireshark is what and what. Everything is introduced in this one. You can get the downloading of this also, and you can upload it. Okay. So in this case, what you have to do, you have to follow the steps, and you need to perform this one. Okay. So it is very easy. You can do that, no problem. In the first part of lab introduces the packet sniffer, Wireshark. Wireshark is a free open source network protocol analyzer. It is used for network troubleshooting and communication protocol analysis. Wireshark captures network packets in real time and display them in human readable format. It provides many advanced features including live capture and offline analysis, 3-pane packet browser, coloring rules for analysis. This document uses Wireshark for experiments, and it covers Wireshark's installation, packet capturing, and protocol analysis. Okay, so this is about what I can say. It is used in the Kali Linux, and in this one then it will be show you. So when I have already installed this Wireshark in my machine, so this is Wireshark. This is what the interface is going to be open. Welcome to Wireshark. and here it is a capture to Wireshark or capture option is available. Okay, so we will see this. In this one, interface list open and all, everything is open, is there. It is the interface you can see in Kali Linux, Wireshark in Kali Linux. Then the background is that what we already learned in TCP/IP network stack: physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, and application layer 5, 6, 7. These are the protocols that we are already learned. So in this case, what we can see in user means application, user data is there. When it is transferred to the TCP/IP, application header is attached to this one. After this will be complete treated as a message, right? User data. Then the TCP/IP, TCP/UDP, TCP header will be attached to this one. Then completely this is a TCP segment. This TCP segment will be transferred to the network layer, and in this case TCP header plus application data, we add the IP header. When we add the IP header, then it is called as a datagram, and after this one it will be go to the what we can say data link layer, and in this data link layer the Ethernet header and Ethernet tailor is added, and then it will be go for transmission with the physical devices. Okay, so encapsulation of data, TCP and network stack. So already we discussed this one, so already I have added this one. So now what we need to learn about the packet sniffer. What is the role of packet sniffer and what is the duty of it? The packet sniffer is the basic tool for observing network packet exchange, for observing